What's up, everybody? It's your host, Master myself. I'm here tapped in on the Master's table. Look, I just got done recording twice, not once, but twice. All right. I recorded two different times, and both of the times I didn't make it all the way through. All right. So I'm just going to do a quick 15-minute segment here, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap up for the day. All right. I do stream live every single day, live on the Self Code. All right. So I don't have issues. The second time around, I was muted. I was speaking for the last 30 minutes. And I was muted, man. So it's really unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? So I'm just going to wrap up what it is I want to talk about today. Today, I was talking about perseverance, right? Having the perseverance, having the spirit of perseverance, right? What does that even mean? The spirit of perseverance, right? What is the thing that is pulling you beyond whatever challenges or obstacles or circumstances or situations that may be in front of you, right? Oftentimes, we don't see the bigger picture, or the things that are, further down the line of our lifeline, if you will, right? We're already looking at things on a very linear path, right? Thinking that, okay, this has to happen first before this happens, and so on and so forth, right? That's often the way that we were programmed to think and operate. Regardless of that, we have a new opportunity to today, decide how we're going to live and how we're going to move forward based on the way that we are projecting ourselves, right? The way that we're projecting ourselves into our future, right? But the way that you're going to get there, it takes a deep level of perseverance. Right now, I do want to give a quick synopsis of what perseverance is. Define perseverance.
I found this on the web.
Nope. Define perseverance.
Perseverance means persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success.
Persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success, right? So imagine if you had the spirit of perseverance, meaning that you had a spirit of doing something despite the difficulty or delay in achieving success, right? So I determined, literally, man, I remember one of my friends had asked me at the time. He was one of my old friends. Literally 7 years ago, right? 7 years ago, he told me, or he asked me the question. He said, if it took you 10 years to acquire the skills and knowledge to be able to live off of these skills in which we're learning right now, would you still do what you're doing? And I remember waiting probably 5 seconds before I said, yeah, absolutely. That for me was a moment. That was a true moment where I was able to measure my character like never before. I actually recognized that it happened. I had an opportunity to say no at that point in time and say, no, man, it wouldn't be worth it if I spent the next 10 years, right? But since then, it's literally been it's been 7 years, right? I maybe another 3 years to go until I'm at that mark where it's 10 years of me dedicating myself to learning these skills and this practice and so on and so forth. So I have a desire to continue to live at this, frequency, if you will. I have a desire to persevere regardless of whatever obstacle or situation or circumstance or, what they tell me is my limitations in this life. Regardless of all of that, I decide to move forward no matter what. So today's another one of them days where I focus on becoming the best version of myself through anything that comes into my path. I'm talking about anything, everything that's come into my path thus far has been a propulsion, right? It's been another reason why I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. It's been another reason why I'm dedicated to this process and dedicated to my evolution. It's another reason why. It's another desire of mine to push beyond this surface level of experience. Why? Because at the end of the day, I know nobody else is going to do that work for me. I know that nobody else has the intentions of helping me to master my own process, if you will. No, I take on that responsibility every single day. So I'm here to work on me. I'm here to build me. And I'm here to be an influence to those who are also willing and able of taking on the responsibility of mastering your own character, mastering yourself, if you will. So I simply ask you the question, what if? What if you had what it took to go another 10 years struggling, not knowing exactly when things are going to be, exactly where you want to be? Or let's say that it was 20 years. For Napoleon Hill from Think and Grow Rich, he tells a story about Dale Carnegie or Andrew Carnegie informing him, letting him know Andrew Carnegie was the richest man in the world, right? Or the wealthiest man in the world at that time. He was letting him know, hey, brother, you're going to have to spend the next 20 years. Imagine what would life be like if you spent the next 20 years dedicated to whatever it is that you're working on right now. I'm working on, ebooks and master class and a master program, self-mastery program, if you will. I got these different things that are lining up for me, right? So imagine if I dedicated myself to that for the next 20 years of my life experience. What would life be? How would life begin to play out? Well, let me tell you a secret. The time is going to pass anyway. So you might as well live at the standard that you desire to live. You might as well create the world that you want to create. You might as well step into a new light and begin to work on your craft like never before, recognizing that the time is going to pass anyway. So what if you took on the path, I believe they say that, it's 10,000 hours or 7 years, right, until you reach the point of mastery. Well, based off of that fact, I'm at the point where, I'm coming close to, that 7-year mark of dedicating myself to that practice I was talking about initially with my friend, right? And that practice is the foreign exchange market, right? But I took on the perspective that, it doesn't matter how long it's going to take. What matters is the fact that I want to do it. The fact that I had a vision, I had a dream, I had a desire to get something done, to move in this direction, to accomplish this, to manifest this, or to pull out of the spiritual realm this thoughts, this ideal, and I wanted to materialize it. I wanted to live with it. So the way that I was going to do that was dedicating myself to my process, knowing that there was nobody else that's going to do the work for me. So I have to do that work. I got to stay committed. I got to continuously every single day see how I can strive forward, see how I can improve on this path of evolution. Nobody else is going to do it for me. That's my responsibility, meaning that I have an ability to respond to life. I don't have to stay where I was. I can evolve. I can become exactly who I want to become and do what it is I want to do in this life. So I ask you the question, what is it that you really want? What do you really want in this life? What if I could tell you that by experience, based off of how I'm living actually right now, that what I want has come into manifestation as a result of my discipline, my perseverance, my persistence, my dedication, my commitment to the fact that I want what I want. And when you want what you want and you move towards that without apology, imagine what happens in your life. I have a desire to become a multi-level entrepreneur, multi-level millionaire, and multi-level leader and speaker across this world, right? With those intentions, I have a desire to grow and evolve, outgrow and evolve the person who I used to be. As master myself, I know I have a duty, I have an obligation to master myself, to master my process, to master my energy, my spirit, my time, my mind. All of these are aspects of myself that I've dedicated myself to mastering. So how do you become a master? What is the point of calling yourself master? Well, it's to commit to something that's so much greater than just me. I go by the name Master Myself, but I know me mastering myself is a testament. I live as an example, as a reference for others to also master their characters and master themselves. So what are you moving towards in this life, right? Who are you becoming? Being aware of who you are becoming, you can ask yourself once again, what is that you really want from who you are becoming? You are becoming somebody. In order for you to get what you want, you're going to have to become somebody different. That's the hidden truth, if you will, right? I think I've touched on this in the past, right? But be, do, have, right? You're going to have to be somebody else. You're going to have to become somebody else in order to do and operate at the level that you want to do. Therefore, you can have the things that you want to have. Oftentimes, people live vice versa, right? They want to have the things that they want to have, so they do something that helps them to be something that they're not. But what if you committed yourself to become whoever you needed to become, meaning that you had to study, meaning that you had to become somebody that you are not, right now, right? You have to become somebody that you are not right now in order to shift and operate at the level of somebody that has the things in which you desire to have, right? So what is it that you really want? What do you want to have in this life? Whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you desire, you got to know that it's going to require you to become somebody. And then you become somebody by doing the things that you want to, or that person who's becoming, or that person is being somebody, right? You can do the things that person is doing, right, in order to have the things that person would have, right? So let's say that you wanted to be, say that you wanted to have a brand new car. Then you're going to have to become somebody that is worthy of having that car. Why? Was it a matter of worthiness? Well, it's a matter of earningness, if you will, right? We're shifting to the frequency of operating at a level of intelligence, a level of creation, if you will, or level of commitment and dedication to a process. So imagine if you dedicated yourself to a process that allows you to become who you need to become, so that you could have exactly what it is that you desire, whatever that may be. There's nothing that's holding you back from that, except for the idea that there is something holding you back from that. But in order to be the best, we live by a phrase in IMC Nation: be the best and fuck the rest. What does that mean? Be the best. Leave all the rest behind. No longer focus on the things that weren't the best, but instead just be the best. Focus on that. Fuck the rest. Nothing else matters except for you that you're the best. So if you want to be the best, you can be the best. You don't have to have any kind of resistances. You don't have to have anything that's withholds is what they call it, right? You don't have to have anything that's holding you back from becoming exactly who you want to become and living at the frequency and operating with the level of intelligence that you really want to live and doing what it is that you want to do and becoming who you want to become. Nothing's going to hold you back from that except for your own idea that there's something holding you back. Oh, Lord. I was trying to swipe away the fly, but hit the glasses instead. It's meant to be. All right, so wrapping up here, man, like I said, I spent the last 30 minutes or so and I was muted, unfortunately. So, I went very deep into the concepts and so on and so forth, but everything works out exactly how it's supposed to, right? And so, my end desire is that I want to communicate to you that it's going to require you, in order for you to become the best at being you and to live at the level that you want to live and to do the things that you want to do, it's going to require you to move with a level of perseverance, to move with determination, to know and understand it. It's going to require persistence. It's going to require you to go forward, but despite of whatever difficulties are on the path. Those difficulties that are on the path are actually stepping stones. They're the ladder to your success. But it's going to require challenges. It's going to require you to become somebody that you didn't know you could become. I didn't know that I could become who I'm becoming because of my commitment to go live every single day. Not just that is helping me to evolve, but the different situations and circumstances I find myself in. I'm living in an IMC Nation base. That's not a light thing. That's a very, very heavy commitment, on the soul, if you will. Meaning that you're going to operate with a level of cooperation, to learn how to coordinate and operate around other brothers. That's a commitment. It's a commitment to persevere, to go beyond that surface level of experience. Who are you really? What is it that you're moving towards? Who are you becoming in the process of your evolution? In the process of you getting what you want out of this life, you're going to have to understand the meaning of perseverance. You're going to have to understand that you're going to become somebody different because of that perseverance, because of that persistence that you have within the means of your soul, right? And so staying dedicated to that, operating with a level of commitment, knowing that nothing's going to stop you except for the idea that there's something stopping you inside. That's what will allow you to become who you need to become and do exactly what it is that you want to do in this life. All right. So it's the one and only Master myself. Look, join the Telegram. tap in with all of IMC Nation. Join the Telegram for the Master's Table. The link will be below this video here. And you know, I salute to everybody that's been tapping in, been, you know, leveling up. Very soon here, I'm gonna be shifting and doing my own show, and then we'll have a bundle of different individuals from the Master's Table tapping in here. All right. So appreciate everybody tapping in. Once again, it's the one and only Mastermind Self tapping out from IMC Nation. Be the best and fuck the rest. Knowledge of self is knowledge of wealth. It's the one and only Mastermind Self.